Leona has made it all the way to R5. How often do you see that in LPL? TT, this is their last composition unless they can make it work. Let's see.
Like that. There was a room which gave you there was, yeah, for a brief while you could actually get a little bit more gold at the start of the game. Doctor, he's well out of sorts here.
Yeah, it was a good sidestep on the Zenith blade, but the fact that you're there to have to sidestep is a bigger whoopsie. Doctor.
Which one get into a lane as effectively? Again, he got that first blood and got that flash in topside. Really want to see exactly what he can do around that one item spike, because he is in a huge point of power right now, and we did call this out beforehand. Beatron has been a very good mechanical Nidalee. He's already shown it a little bit in this early game.
And TT lean on their sort of habits across this series as they continue to focus on the early Drakes.
However, FPX are in the river first. Renekton is going to be slow to the play, though.
I mean, Milky Way manages to grab one. Honestly, surely you're happy with that. TT trying to move in. FPX look like they do want this fight. Hoya trying to be pushed out the bottom side of things as Life commits really hard onto Hoya. Hoya's pretty tanky. He's in a 1v2 on the backside, and there's one down. Bullet time across the team as well. And TT have found two. Feather trying to get out with his life, and the flash will do exactly that. ZDZ can't find a way in, and TT, they find one grub, and they find 2 kills.
In a big force. I don't really like seeing him on the Renekton all that time, but I do think this Poppy is something he's shown real mastery of.
I mean, Hoya has got 5 games on the Poppy top across the split. It is his second most played top laner with a 60% win rate. This will be his 6th game. And right now, under a bit of threat in the top side, as Life sort of threatening a dive. I don't think there's anything that's really going to come of this one. Not with a support Maokai and a Corki. I don't think you're diving Poppy anytime soon, but it will be a second Drake. In the meantime for TT, as they continue to stack those objectives. That Nidalee pass card. I definitely am not qualified to decide who is and isn't allowed to play Nidalee. Let's be honest, I'm not the guy for that. But TT going to start Herald off as a TP comes behind enemy lines from ZDZ. FPX want to force the fight, but Hoya TP's into the play as well. Is he there fast enough is the question. Steadfast presence as the Herald goes down. TT have the objective, but they can't get onto the eye, and FPX are trying to chase them down. Everyone commits onto ZDZ. 5-man queue, but the healing's not enough. A kill for TT, but Herald denied.
So, teleports used from the top lane as kill, but no Herald. That's really important. Remember, FPX have the 5 grubs, so they already have tower killing potential. And then your other solo lane teleports to it. That's what Care does here. ZDZ starts pushing in, Care teleports in, bam, first turret down, you have those 5 grubs. This is, I consider this an LNG special. Good to see that this macro kind of easy tip to use to break open the map, though, is starting to flow through the rest of the map, though.
But Hoya removes one of those solo laners from the equation, and as such, the minion wave slowly whittled down. FPX don't have any minions to push with, and the tower will survive for the time being. They're still going. Look at all these mites, and finally a cannon arrives. And the tower will fall, but it's traded. Tier 2 for Tier 2 with a 4-man commit from FPX, but with Drake spawning, it will still end up being positive for FPX overall.
Yeah, so this is obviously the extra added bonus for FPX. To get themselves the dragon, they focus on the bot side of the map, but we were saying, okay, TT, they didn't have to take that that dragon if they didn't want to. It is just the one dragon on the other side. They can start getting some damage elsewhere. Tristana on mid-turn, can they take this? The backdoor bonus just about to come on. They just about get it. So, you know what? I would take this if you'd TT. You get a load of gold for just one dragon going the other side.
500 gold lead for UCal. Minor gold lead in the bottom lane. It's not substantial. ZDZ is caught in the jungle, and TT just eviscerate him. Gets a bit of sunburn from Feather on the way out of the play.
This was a good series of macro plays. I think this is going to work out massively in their favor. Adding on to the tower tally, they even get themselves this bot lane opened up. And I think one of the things which is helping with this, remember what we were saying before about, hey, is the Hextech map this is now Beitron's chance to, again, reaffirm his Nidalee pass ownership, whether he can get those spears in those important moments. You do have the Leona and the Poppy in good points of power for themselves to get themselves onto the board. The jungle Soraka value coming out there too. The Primal Surge giving some heal. FPX have to use an ultimate for that though. That's a problem. You don't have that for a fight.
Big damage on Life. And that Maokai just ain't tanky enough. Easy pickup. And honestly, I think a little overzealous from Life.
We can bring to bear here as one of our specialties here in the LPL. This could be a game-changing fight. Do we have big summoners available? Yeah, mostly we do. I don't think ZDZ is gonna have the easiest time. That's gonna be an easy dragon going over the side of TT. No fight even presenting itself.
Sole point for TT. And in trade, FPX want this mid tower, but Engage comes out from Feather. He's tanky, walks away with his life, dodges the bombs. Nicely done there. TT will be very happy as they defend their mid-tier 1 tower. They get themselves that Drake. And as little fighting off the back of it as possible is really their goal. Oh, never mind.
And there you go. Got it down into the satchel range. See that little icon above it? I only just spotted that myself. But FPX will get themselves something there. Reminder, earlier in the series, we were saying that FPX were the better macro team than TT4 in spring and not be able to go beyond the first ring in Summit. I don't think that would do justice to the air either. But that's the problem with the LPL. We have so many teams with these kind of stories. It's really hard to see who's going to do it justice.
Feather caught, trying to trade onto Life. There's other bullet time and the bomb! Traded, but Life walks away, so does Care. It's a kill for FPX. That's all they'll get. They walk away limping from the battle.
On the other side, but they would love to get themselves a big fight right now. Summoners pretty much all available. 1xNs crucially are down. That could be a big bump.
Feather trying to start an engage. Bomb just onto him as Hoya buys space and time. The bullet time is pretty huge. One down. Back. Dragon taken and TT get the soul. It was UCal with an auto to find the Dragon. ZDZ survives and can they go Baron? Can FPX try and rush the Baron?
They potentially can, but UCal has teleport, and the Hex Skates will help TT get towards this later. Also, not many ultimates left from FPX. I think it would be actually quite bold for them to go towards this. Without that big Marco ultimate, you can struggle to get a lot of that setup. They're going towards it anyway. No Hoya, less frontline. Can TT win against less ultimates?
They have a lot of damage to try and burst this out. Feather has to be the one to check. Beige1 would love to get in, but he doesn't have flash available. And the bombs from Doctum just deny everything. The spear can't land. Beige1 trying to get into the bits. 3k on the Baron as Beige1 enters and he finds a spear on ZDZ. UCal falls, but look at the lightning chaining across the team. Baron taken by Milky Way, but can he survive? TT try and chase for more. Baron taken for 2 kills.
He's all out of bubblegum. He's going to try and get himself maybe that in a turret. You can see Hoya, he used that wave just to make, well, he doesn't exactly have much wave clear as the Poppy. Especially not against the Baron buff. So he used that ultimate before to make sure that Care couldn't walk up with the 5 grubs and the Baron buff. It will slow the tower take by a wave. That means that UCal can even this tower trade up a little bit. That's fine. It's going to be gold actually shared between a couple of members, I think, on that top side as well. So it's going to be more nucleated gold onto UCal. He's also going to stick around for another bomb on this bot side. So power play of the Baron. I think TT are okay with this. They are going to be down some gold, but it can't be that bad.
Doctor nearly caught by the solar flare, but gets the satchel charge. Feather not letting him get away. Dives further in, but the rest of the team are not on board with the play. Disruption within the TT ranks.
UCal?
They just lose their support. UCal behind everyone and decides he doesn't want to be behind everyone anymore.
The big no-no against Baron. You lose members with that. That's a big problem. It's going to be an inhib. I don't know if it's more than that, but it's going to be at least inhib, maybe even 2.
If they find a fight, it could be more. Hoya looking, hunting on this front line, but Feather's not up for another 5 seconds. But Care doesn't have TP available. Elder, spawning, TT. They've come from Group Nirvana. They've come as they are, but FPX do have a gun. And they're looking to pull the trigger on this Elder Dragon. ZDZ looking to be the front line. He's on that blast cone, ready to jump into the fray. As Hoya is clearing the wave still. 8k on the Elder, and it feels like TT can't make a decision. They're stuck. They don't know how to progress, and their health bars are slowly being chunked out. Hoya gets it, sends 2 away. No smite in the pit. This could be the moment for TT to find their miracle. They get the Elder, and they get a bonus on top. Care falls. FPX sent away as UCal once more onto Doctum. He can't find it, but TT, even a recall is enough.
Baron has been spawned. Baron still up, but the Elder on TT.
Hoya massively chunked bombs flying in. FPX, they don't want a straight up 5v5. Feather does. Forces out the Dominus, but Baron taken by TT. FPX clearing minion waves to try and make sure that no objectives can be pushed in the next 40 seconds while Elder's still in play.
Here as well, and that spear gets the extra kill. Absolute snipe into the backline. TT, that might be the clutch moment they were waiting to bring this to a game 5.
1xN moves into the mid lane here. UCal pressuring in the top side in the meantime, and it will be 1 tower down.
1xN walking up very aggressively. Level 18s for the, well, pretty much everyone, but supports beyond this point too. It means max range Tristana, means very, very powerful Misfortune on the other side too. That Bloodthirster helping soak up some of that poke, and eventually it's going to be 2 inhibitor turrets down. UCal starting to flex the muscles.
Hoya spins his Poppycopter, does not fire the ult off, so low cooldown for that one, but the 2 inhibs are taken. TT very happy.
That's nasty, and another spear. Baytron earning his keep here. Here comes Hoya.
This is TT's chance at keeping themselves alive in playoffs. ZDZ gets into the mix, but he's late game Renekton, and he's not doing enough with Milky Way down. ZDZ and Careful as well, and TT might just have done it. They talk with Thunder, they play with Thunder. Doctum denied his recall by Feather as the rest of the team look to end the game. TP from Doctum to try and clear the minion wave. He doesn't have his ultimate though, and Yukal sends him to the fountain. TT have done it. They fight back from the brink and they push us to Silver Scrapes.
These were some of the best highlights from today's 2024 LPL Summer Split matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.